What's going on, everyone? CastleCrag back with Slay the Spire 2. Oh, now we get to play my favorite character from Slay the Spire 1, the Silent. It actually kind of brings up, I'm pretty giddy right now, but it brings up a good topic about my upcoming release schedule. I mentioned it at the end of the last video, said I'd cover it here. So obviously, Monster Hunter Stories 2, unfortunately on hiatus. I don't know if I covered it or not. And we probably won't get back to it, if I'm being honest. I don't have time left now, as late as it's gotten. I did say at the beginning of the last one, I hadn't had time to record because of life and stuff. So now we're just going to have to deal. So hopefully this game will tide everyone over for a while, because it's going to be my obsession for the next 2 weeks until Stories 2 releases, or Stories 3 rather releases, which point I will probably obsess over that game. Anyways, the nice thing with this game is I can just do runs on my own, even if I don't have time to record, because I got to be. I owe the wife her time and stuff like that, or I need to go to bed, and I'm not tired enough, but I need to be in bed, that sort of thing, where I don't have the energy to record, or don't have the voice to record, whatever it is. I can keep playing runs and not have to worry too much. The first couple runs, though, I definitely want to do on recording right here, because I want to unlock every character, play a single run with the Silence. So theoretically, I could go in and lose a run very quickly, go in, lose a run very quickly, go in, and then have all of them unlocked, but that's not fun. That doesn't make for good content. So we want to try and win each run with each character. The Ironclad is a little bit easier because I have a familiarity with that character, obviously. Same with the Silent, I hope. They have changed her for this game. Some of the changes may not be to my taste, so I may not have the Silent be my favorite character in this game compared to the first. Little disappointing, maybe, if that's the case. But we shall see. Let's get started. Same starting relic as the previous game. Let's go. I've remade you go up. At the start of Elite Combats, draw 2 additional cards. That's okay. Lead Paperweight, choose one of 2 colorless cards to add to your deck. Okay. Receive Greed. Gain gold. Unplayable Eternal. I assume Eternal means that you cannot remove it from the deck. It's not terrible, though, because Silent has ways to discard, or I guess, well, yeah. Not as many ways to exhaust cards as does Ironclad. Let's take a colorless card, see what we can get. Add a random colorless card into your hand. Or 2 of them. Enemy loses 9 strength and 15? Yeah. Whatever. Not a great pull. I should have taken the shop one. Oh well. So, no Ascension right now. Should be okay to take on a number of elites. Campfires. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can hit 5 campfires in a single elite. That might not be bad. Jack of all trades. Let's see what we get. Volley. Deal 10 damage to a random enemy X times. Well, that's 30 damage if we want to do it. Silent, however, does not heal after every battle. So we're not going to do that. We're going to have to focus a little bit more on on blocking. So I haven't really explained her cards. So let's look. Right, 5 strikes, 5 defense. She also has neutralize, 0 cost, 3 damage, 1 weak, which makes enemies do less damage. We saw that in the last run. The weak, not this card. And then survivor, gain 8 block for 1 energy and discard a card. In this case, it dies. Okay, so one of the differences from the last game. Blade Dance exhausts. Not sure how I feel about that. I'm going to take it anyway because I love me a Shiv build. But I'm not sure how I feel about it. Yeah. Anyways, glad to get Blade Dance in this hand because it's going to shrink me after this. And we did a good chunk of damage. We might be able to kill it next turn. We are not able to kill it this turn. But we'll get close. Hopefully kill it next turn. Give me an attack. Well. Okay. Just fully block. Give me an attack. Thank you. Alright. Pinpoint. 1 less energy for each skill played this turn. Okay. Not terrible. Actually, I think that's better than the sorry, we'll look at it. Sucker Punch is not going to be a follow through. 6 damage to all enemies. Pretty nice. If the last card you played this turn was a skill, apply 1 weak to all enemies. Ooh. So big damage or area damage. Both encourage playing skills, which I like. For hallway fights, this is better. For elites, this is better. I'm doing a lot of hallway fights. Let's take that one. And it just encourages us to get and play skills. What do we got? Aroma of Chaos. Upon trudging through a thick underbrush and making it into a clearing, you're hit with an unplaceable nostalgia. A mix of floral scents, putrid decay, and something else entirely. The scent grows stronger with each step, and you feel as though the world around you is warping and twisting. Overcome with the sense of shifting chaos, you begin to lose your sense of self. I'm curious, what do you upgrade to? I should have checked. It does apply 2 weak to all enemies. That's what I was hoping for. I would love to upgrade follow through. I would also love to transform a strike. We're going to a lot of fires, so we're going to transform a strike. Assassinate. Innate. 10. Innate. Deal 10 damage, apply 1 vulnerable, and exhaust. Apply 2 vulnerable. Ooh, okay. Similar to Backstab from the previous game. A little bit less damage, but it applies vulnerable. I like that. Okay. And then we're going to hit the shop up. I doubt we'll find it. Oh, I would have loved Adrenaline. Well-laid plans is quite good. Pinpoints on sale. Pounce. The next skill you play costs 0. We could use... yeah, I mean... I'm going to take the pinpoint over the pounce. For sure. Can I take that and well-laid? Can. Yeah. Okay. Good chop. And now we're on our upgrading path. So, what do I want to upgrade first? I'm looking at probably you. Ooh, self-help book. On the floor lies a tome. Top 3 ways to conquer the spire. The book is encrusted with blood, so you find this manuscript highly suspicious. Will you read it? I don't have any powers, right? Oh, I do. I have that. Okay. First time you play this card, draw 2. Increases block gain from this card by 2. Increases damage on this card by 2. Is there anything that needs damage increased? Follow through could take the damage increase, actually. Yeah. Okay. Read the back. Fall through. Quite good, I think. Yeah. Happy with that. And then we upgrade. I'm in it to win it on this one. Let's upgrade. Well laid plans. Retaining 2 cards can be quite powerful. Again, we're looking for all 3 campfires here. We're going this way. Hallway fight's pretty good for us, I think, right now. Assassinate will be nice. So, I do want to get Assassinate next, I think. Let's see what we get here. Dark Shackles, sure. We'll make you do no damage this turn. First things first, vulnerable. Then we'll do this. Yeah. Darn near killed ya. very, and might as well retain the lock, right? Darn near killed him. Follow through. I love it. Because I can do this. Yeah. Okay. We definitely want some skills now. Gain block equal to poison on all enemies. Kind of cool, but we're not going to use it. We're looking for skills. Poison is a skill. And it's a skill that does damage. Yeah, I'll take it. What do we get here? Art of War. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, again, that could be a thing that happens. Especially if we keep going into our skills. I'm looking at Assassinate next. Makes it a lot more valuable with 2 vulnerable. It's the 2 vulnerable that's the more valuable thing there than anything else. Ooh, I don't think we saw you last time. Vine Shambler. Okay. Let's see what we can get with this. Equilibrium. Okay. Probably not going to be playing Equilibrium. Actually, probably are going to be playing Equilibrium. I take that back. 13 block. Heck yeah. Okay. So we get to poison you, follow through. You got 5 poison right now. 9 damage. You just barely don't die. But we should probably kill it next turn. I don't think there's any way we don't. What's this? Attacks cost... Okay. I was wrong, apparently. It still dies, but that's an interesting one, huh? Goodbye. Burst. Fantastic. Upgrades your next 2 skills are played an extra time. That works out. I will take a burst. Not really looking to upgrade burst yet, I don't think. Maybe I am. 22 damage is pretty good for a single target, but bursts, yeah. It gets a lot more value once you do that. We're definitely going to the elite. Alright. I want to kill something here. And I want it to be perhaps the thing doing the most damage. How many cards do I got? 1, 2. Okay. Okay, so we can do another 16 damage here. Actually... Yeah, goodbye. That's okay. We got neutralize. We do not have enough to kill you. Just barely don't have enough to kill you. And I'm inclined to just take the extra energy. Oh, I did play an attack, darn. I could have just attacked it. I forgot. That's a skill. Mind Blast. Goodbye. Took some damage. Not great. Retain your hand for 2 turns. That's kind of neat. That's a neat potion. Bouncing Flask or Cloak and Dagger for more shivs and a block. I love that. But Bouncing Flask, also good single target damage. I'm going to take the Cloak and Dagger. I'm looking to try and go shiv heavy. Okay. So, we're going to apply the vulnerable. Cloak and Dagger. Follow through. Order matters. Entropy. 25 damage here. Oh, darn. I'm going to do the damage. It's the better move. I would have loved to have played Entropy, though. Incoming 9 damage. What's coming up here? Let's do this. The Art of War triggers. Did not pan out for us there, unfortunately. I may need to take a skill here. We're going to need to play this guy. Knife Trap. Play every shiv. That's kind of cool. Is that enough? That might be enough. So we burst. And we've only played one shiv. Darn. Never mind. Damage. Well, unfortunately, that was the best we had. Taking some damage, but we got it. We would like some more block cards at this point, I think. Lizard Tail is nice, though. That's a good... when you would die, he'll do 50%. One time. So that's a bit of a buffer. I think it means that we don't... Ooh, Leg Sweep. That's what we were looking for. 3 decks this turn. And 5 decks this turn. That could be useful, but I'm going to take a Leg Sweep. We have a lot of weakness application now. At this point. What do we got here? Ceremonial Beast. Honestly, there's so many things here that need to be upgraded. We have a lot of weakness application. Does it need to be you? Maybe not. It honestly might just be the deadly poison. Okay. Well. We have Assassinate. Burst Leg Sweep actually gets Pinpoint activated. And we can use Pinpoint. Pretty good. Strength Potion might be necessary in this fight. What's it got? First time it reaches 150 or below, it's stunned and it loses any bit of strength that it has built up. Good to know. Boom. Might as well keep it weakened and do that. We'll take a little bit of damage. That's okay. Now, yeah, it will no longer be vulnerable at any point. Cloak and Dagger. Deadly Poison Survivor. What is there anything we can draw into that no, we don't want to draw into anything. Honestly. Well, Blade Dance, follow through. I can make it do no damage here. Unfortunately, I had to sacrifice, but it's good. It is debuffing me, so I might as well just play that. Burst and Poison would be nice. Sorry, what? Can only play one card this turn. Well, then it's going to be Leg Sweep. That's why I got Leg Sweep. Was for that sort of situation. We'll burst, defend, strike, whatever. We're a little slow right now. We can see. Deadly poison, strike and strike. Nothing else we can do. Is it going to do ringing again? It is. Leg sweep again. Thank you very much. Well, I mean, we can do a lot. We just need some slightly better cards. Well-laid plans will be helpful here. Cloak and dagger, follow through, shiv, strike. There we go. Now we can start retaining cards and get a lot better. Okay. Unfortunate turn here. We'll do our best. Let's try and retain pinpoints. Strike, maybe. Okay. Joe, we're looking to burst leg sweep, which makes pinpoint nice and free. Let me just strike. Retain our blocks. Boom, boom. It dies next turn. Took 20 damage that fight, I think. Just doesn't matter. Go ahead. Okay, so we can see we're weak in single target large enemy fights. 10 damage to all enemies. Repeat this effect for each enemy killed. I mean, you know, it's a card. I like Tools of the Trade. An extra draw, sort of. What do you upgrade to? Each enemy killed. Some more area damage. And you upgrade to 0 cost? Yeah. Fine. I'm still looking to go to as many campfires as I can. So 1, 2, 3, 4 with an elite. 3, 4 with 2 elites and a shop. No, 1 elite still. Yep. Early shop. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we get here. You start each combat with an additional 4 energy. Not bad. We do front load our turns with Ring of the Snake and Assassinate. The start of your turn. Exhaust the top card of your drop. No. An extra. Whatever. These aren't the greatest, so I'll take Very Hot Cocoa. It's at least something. It's not great. Events seem really powerful. I'll say that much. And you know what? I'm glad to have this here. Because we can go Assassinate. We can get pretty close to killing this thing here, I think. Because I think, yeah, we can play all of these, right? If this was upgraded, it would die. You know what? I don't need to take the damage. We can kill this here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Weak potion. Deal 10 damage and add a shiv. We're getting plenty of shivs. That was upgraded, right? Yeah. We're getting a lot of shiv stuff. Procure 3 foul potions. 12 damage to everyone. That includes yourself. Or can be thrown at the merchant for 100 gold instead. We do not need a weak potion. So I could take 2 of those. Yeah, that seems fine. I feel like retaining my hand... Actually, I don't need that. And we have a shop coming up, right? Yeah, we're literally right here. I hope he doesn't get mad. Keep it going. No, he's happy about this. Yeah, that worked out well for us. Gambling chip. Very good. Every 3 times you apply poison, deal 11 damage to all enemies. We don't have a lot of ways to apply poison at the moment, so that's not very good. Ooh. Transform 1 card. Innate. Okay, so it upgrades to innate. I'm actually kind of curious on how good that is. Potion belt's usually quite good as well. Daily damage. Whenever you play a card this turn, the enemy loses 2 HP. So this is choke. Slightly different, maybe. The damage number might be different. I think it's a little less damage. Precise Cut deals 13 damage, 2 less damage for each other card in your hand. Okay, so good if you can play your whole hand. Gambling Chip is very powerful with this, I think. I could take Gambling Chip and Potion Belt and call it a day. This would be nice if I had a way to actually make use of it. Pretty happy with that. Yeah. And we get a fight. We've seen this guy before. He's doing 13 damage. We have a lot of energy, though. I'm getting rid of the strikes. We're keeping follow through because that'll block for us. This is going to be played easily enough because we have plenty of energy. We're not quite going to kill it, but... Oh, well, we'll block a lot. Actually, we might... I think we're full blocked here. So we do this. We play Blade Dance, and then follow through. Yep, we're full blocked here. All of our shivs. We definitely need to upgrade Pinpoint, though. It's starting to actually matter. We do have a way to discard. I do have to remember that. And it's weakened again this turn, so we don't... And it's not attacking, so we don't need that. So Cloak and Dagger, it dies this turn. Yeah, it's dead. Neat. Very good fight. Bouncing Flask, not bad at this point. That is a way to deal signal target damage that we need. That's one of the ways to do it. Okay, what did I say? I said this needs upgrading. I'm very interested in these. Symbiote. Along your travels, you stumble upon a dark, amorphous polyp. You can sense that it is very old and very evil approach. Enchant and attack with Corrupted. 50% more damage, but you lose 2 HP with it. Or just transform something. Let's just transform a strike. That's not what we wanted. Okay. I'm sorry, do we have a second leg sweep, or did I just never upgrade it? I never upgraded it. We don't need it. I think then we upgrade leg sweep. Maybe not. Maybe it's Cloak and Dagger. More shivs. We don't have a whole lot of reason to care about shivs at the moment. Now we do. Good to know. Now we have a reason to care about shivs. Okay, so leading strike quite good. Bouncing Flask. Not looking for Bouncing Flask this turn. We can use that later. Not looking for strike. Neutralize, maybe. I guess so. Okay. We're okay here. We'll full block this thing, so I'm actually going to focus on this guy. I'm going to pop you, pop you. How much damage can we do here? 9, and we can kill it. And we gained a strength from that. That's fantastic. Yeah, very good. This coffee, very hot cocoa, actually being quite useful. Jack of all trades, purity. Exhaust up to 3 cards, and it retains, so we can use it at any point. Getting to the point where it's going to matter. Well-laid plans. We will play deadly poison as well. Though maybe I play deadly poison on you. You're going to wake up anyway. Oh, crap. Misjudged my own energy. Well, unfortunately, we took damage there. Well. We get to play both pinpoints. Along with follow through. Wow, what a turn. Yeah. That went about as well as that could. Wow, what a good turn. Looking to discard probably you. We kill it this turn? Yeah. Liquid bronze. There we go. We finally got a potion. Yay. Prepared. Going to be decent. I'll take that. Again, tools of the trade makes that a lot more valuable. And it counts as being played. For the sake of certain... that's okay. That's okay. Definitely looking for leg sweep here. Not looking for blade dance, actually. Although, gaining strength is useful, but that's... okay. Well, I'm going to burst the leg sweep onto him. And assassinate. Probably play the Thorns Potion, because that's going to be a decent chunk of damage. Well-laid plans. We'll keep neutralizing Survivor for a turn where we might need them. There we go. Okay. So... Survivor to get rid of a defend that we don't need anymore. Deadly poison, defend, allows us to play pinpoint, which is worth still playing. Okay, this is a fun fight, honestly. He is not attacking this turn, and we still have our bouncing flask. Gonna be useful. The bomb, we love to see that. This is a chunk of damage. Probably worth playing. Though the Shiv is not. We're keeping neutralize in case we find a turn, like we can't get him weak enough at some point. Like something like this, right? Well, he's already weakened, though. What's the most we can do here? We can go Cloak and Dagger, 5 block, or 9 block. 21. Guess we just manually play that. We will keep Bouncing Flask. That's going to be a chunk, especially if we can get burst onto it. He's going to take some damage here from this thing, though. Don't need the strike. I think it dies this turn anyway. Yeah, it dies this turn anyway, so it's fine. There we go. Tough fight. First time you play an attack skill and power each turn. Whatever. Murder. 1 damage, 1 additional damage for each card drawn this combat. At 3 shivs, reduce this card's cost. We get so many shivs. What's it upgrade to? 4 shivs. So it's basically Blade Dance, but better. Because it doesn't exhaust. So it's Blade Dance. What do you upgrade to? 12 block? Okay. Trying to find things that are useful now. And again, the shurikens certainly not nothing, right? Potions are going to be useful here. Infinite Blades starting your turn out of Shiv. I would like something that actually makes use of all the shifts that I've got. I mean, Infinite Blades, I bet it upgrades to an 8. Yeah. I mean, that's another power. That's what I'm thinking, right? For Rainbow Ring. It gives me the chance to potentially have 2 of these. Oh, and piercing will's quite good. Okay. It's an interesting situation, that's for sure. Okay, can we play? And we should be able to play fine. Yeah, we should be good with this hand. Yeah, okay. So we Jack of all trades. Draw 2 cards, 1 card from your hand on top of your draw pile. Don't care about that. Neutralize. Boom. Get 2 strength from this. Get 3 strength from this. Wow. Wow. Look at that. 1 turn and it's dead. 100-something damage in 1 turn. Yeah, a slide. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy 5 times. Okay. That's kind of cool. We need some more discard synergy, though, to make that work. We only have the one thing that allows us to discard, right? Well, 2, I guess. I'm looking now. What else? This is a good upgrade, I think. Okay. It doesn't need to be leg swept this turn. This should give me block. Does this count as being played for Sly? Because this is it's a discarding, right? Yeah, it's discarding. So that counts as getting played. We probably want Cloak and Dagger. We don't need Survivor. We don't need Defend. Probably don't need the Strike either. Might be able to draw something better. It does count. Wow, that's cool. Okay, first things first. We're going to Assassinate. So it has nothing unique about it, as far as I can tell. Tools of the Trade, quite good to get out. Boom, boom, boom. And Bouncing Flask, great to get out. Oh, and we actually managed to proc Rainbow Ring. We played Tools of the Trade. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to block. What do you... choose a card. At the end of your turn, take 6 damage or draw 1 fewer card each turn. Oh, that sucks. I don't have a lot of card draw. But 6 damage at the end of each turn, that might kill me. I mean, these are both problematic. I have Tools of the Trade out. Let's try it. I'll try that. That might have been the wrong play. I'm going to take that out. Okay, yeah, that didn't work out very well. It's going to be Piercing Well, you, and you. What do you got? Wait. Oh, that's Piercing Well. Okay. Okay. Infinite Blades we can play fairly easily. We get rid of the Strike. Well, I say fairly easily. It's not really all that easy. Jeez. Okay. I played that specifically to proc Rainbow Ring. I'll take Pinpoint and defend. Hopefully... Oh, I chose the wrong Pinpoint. That was stupid. Okay. Get rid of Leading Strike probably here. Because what we can do is burst a Deadly Poison and then a Defend. And then boom, boom. And shift. Having the dexterity is really nice. Choose a card to discard here. It's going to be defend because we're not defending this turn anyway. Jack of all trades. Let's see what we get. Gold axe. Ooh, that's actually really nice to have right now. We'll get 2 weak on you. Shiv. I cannot play both of these. However, it might be fine to just play pinpoint for now. Oh, good. We'll keep a golden axe and a defend. At the end of the turn, you cannot play more than 3. No, we'll have to take the 7 damage. There's a chance we can kill it this turn anyway. Here we go. 12 block. Right off the get-go. Awesome. Okay. Gold axe would actually not be bad. That would synergize well with the shivs. We're blocking for full this turn. That should be enough to kill it. Okay. Vulnerable potion. Nice. And then we get a card. Tracking. Weak enemies take double damage from attacks. Yeah, we have a lot of ways to apply weak. That's phenomenal. Yeah. Applying 1 dexterity and 4 thorns. That's kind of cool, actually. That's a power, though. You can only play it the 1 time. I'm taking this, though. We have a lot of ways to apply weak. And then that really helps us out. That's fantastic. Okay, every 4 cards you play, draw a card. Also not bad. With all our shivs, pretty good. Whistle, not what we're looking for. Start of your turn, gain 7 block. That is not bad. That allows us to play that allows us a lot. That's what we're taking. That's the start of every turn. We start with 7 block. It's kind of like like the opposite of Orichalcum or something like that. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with that. What else? I'm looking to upgrade some more stuff here. This getting upgraded would be fantastic. And then everything at this point that applies weak would be great, so that we can apply more weak. Because again, weak enemies take double damage. So looking for more campfires. 1, 2, 3. Is that our max? Is 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it looks like 3 is the max I can take. Okay, how many elites can I take for it? I don't have a lot of gold at this point, so I'm going to skip a shop early. 1. Any of them that give me a later shop? Yes. Right side. So yeah, if I go up the right side here, I want to hit the question marks as well. Okay, well, we want to use all of these, I think. Yeah, the biggest problem here is going to be that our defense aren't going to be that good. Might be okay, though. I'm going to pop you first. Tools of the trade. Holy plans. So I'm looking at popping first. I want to pop burst and this guy. I played that amount of cards very specifically because so we have 7 block already. I'm looking to take as little damage as possible. This is 15 damage coming in. Yeah, we're just going to play that twice. Next turn, gain block equal to your current block. Sure. That's kind of cool. Choose a card to discard. We don't... Oh, strike. Okay, so we don't have to worry about damage here, but boom, we do that. We go follow through. Now he takes double damage. Oh, he doesn't take double damage. We have to get the thing first. It doesn't matter. He's dead. Goodbye. Okay, I think we're pretty strong. This is really cool. Block it. No, don't care about any of these. Expertise is potentially a thing, but no, we're not looking at any of those. Okay, we need to try our best to not take damage. That's 9 more block. So that's going to be... upgrading this might be good. We're keeping tools of the trade. And 7, 9... I can't math right now. 16. We need to block 24. So maybe we keep both defends. Or we drop one of them. And hope. Well, no, we really don't want to take the damage here. And we're not doing any damage this turn. Maybe it's this. Okay, that seems fine. And we're looking at removing you. Which we can do fairly easily. Awesome. Okay, we're looking to get rid of... I need to upgrade tracking ASAP. We're getting rid of bouncing flask for sure. This is a tough one. This one in the back is doing more damage. Can I get rid of it this turn? 15 damage right here. Another little bit. Yes, I can get rid of it here. This is 12 damage, so we can do that. 12 damage there. Pop you, pop you. Survivor. We just don't want to... I think we kill it here. Burst, deadly poison, pinpoint. No. Well, prepared's actually pretty good. Yeah, prepared's free. I'm taking this. Okay, fight a 75 HP dummy. Random potion. Upgrade 2 random cards. Obtain a random relic. You have 3 turns to defeat me. Okay. Let's go setting 2 then. 3 turns to defeat you. Are you actually going to do anything? So, I don't think it does anything. So I think block is entirely useless. Okay. So, we go boom. 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 I should have done that first. Boom. 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 Very easy. We're beating this thing, no problem. There we go. Boom. Follow through. Boom, boom, boom. And it's dead. Cool. And we got Blade Dance. Not bad. Survivors, whatever. But hey, you know, they work. We're looking at this elite here. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one. Okay, we got to kill this thing first, I think. Because not being able to do damage is going to be a problem. We don't need leg sweep. We don't need neutralize here. But both pinpoints are quite good to have. Okay. Looking at assassinate. We're looking at probably leading strike. I'm looking at prepare. We don't need that. Okay. Okay, 36, 20. Oh, it dies. Perfect. Okay, we can do a whole lot of them. The gambling chip was a prime target to have got. Again, 7 block every turn is very useful as well. 10 damage, gain block equal to damage dealt. I don't know if that means direct damage dealt, so let's just do that. We'll play well-laid plans. Okay. So I'm actually going to play tracking this turn. We do have well-laid plans, so pop you. end of the turn. We'll take both of those. Those are a lot of block, especially when I don't have dexterity. That's a lot more block. Play this guy. We play that guy. Now you take double damage. Okay. 3 block is fine. 3 block is just enough. We'll keep Survivor and Piercing Wail. Okay. Untouchable's easy enough to do. Well, I mean, yeah, bye. Gambler's Brew. Okay. That's gambling chip, but more. Another Blade Dance. I don't really need another Blade Dance at this point. Yeah, we're looking to come up here. We get 2 elites, some fires. Yeah, we're coming this way. Okay. You could be trouble. Bouncing Flask. Burst Bouncing Flask and up my sleeve. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. For sure. I'm actually going to get rid of Deadly Poison for it, in fact. Okay, now I have to be a little bit careful here. So we're going to get some extra dexterity. I actually think it's Burst, Cloak, and Dagger, and Bouncing Flask. That's what we're doing. But yeah, the important thing was doing as much damage as we could because we don't want to take damage. Alright, it's doing 18 damage and debuffing me. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of energy. So we'll do tracking. And what can I draw? I think we're just going to have to hope. Oh, we do have retain at least. Okay. I didn't see well-laid plans. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Oh, yikes. Well, thankfully we got neutralize. So we can deal double damage to it this turn. This to discard you. Okay, there we go. And you get weakened. Take more damage. Oh, you're so close. We're not really taking much damage here, so I'm okay. We can get rid of defend here. We get here. Bye-bye. At the end of your turn, gain 1 block for each card in your hand. You know, that's something. For 3 times you apply poison. No. Another follow-through, though. I like that. Another way to apply weak. Quite good. Tracking. Yeah, I need to be able to play this more often. It's kind of hard to play at the moment, so. I go right. I want the events. They seem pretty powerful. Vampires. First time you gain block from a card each combat, double the amount gained. That's not that good. Any random relic. Oh, I have Lizard's Tail. Yeah, we're okay. For Gambler's Brew. Or 100 gold. We'll do it for Gambler's Brew. What do we get? Nunchaku. Actually, quite good with our shivs. Okay. Remember, we have another shop coming up, so it's not that big a deal. Gold Axe. The start of your first turn, lose 2 energy. At the start of all other turns, again. Oh, yeah, that's. I think we take that. Oh man, I want all of these together. Literally all of these. This is quite good with Ring of the Snake. And since we have this, it's not that big a deal. We often end up with too much energy. I think that's really good. I'm going to take Dex too. Okay. Well, that changes things a little bit here. I guess. It just makes the next shop a lot less useful. Makes you a decent upgrade. We only have 2 upgrades, so I gotta be careful here. I'm thinking footwork. Getting more out of my block, quite useful. I'm not going to get anything from the shop, unfortunately, unless there's a potion that maybe we can get. Yeah, nothing. Apply 4 poison to all enemies. That's kind of cool. If fatal, gain an additional card reward. Also quite cool. Not too miffed to be missing out on these. Tropio block could be interesting. Swift potion also. 1 week. That would be nice. A weak potion is what I would really like. I'm going to come here. And maybe we have to heal. Oh, okay. So he's dealing a chunk of damage here. We got to remember, our first block card will be doubled. So, here's how it's going to go. Does it mean that this card is doubled? Yep. Okay. That's what I thought. Okay, I gotta be careful about the order in which I play these. Boom. Well-laid plans. Up my sleeves. We are gonna take some damage here. But it's worth it. Unfortunately, we do have well-laid plans. So we get to keep... Oh, well, yeah, yay. Nunchaku Blade. And now he's going to give me 4 status cards. But we have 4 energy every turn now. Very, very neat. What we're looking to do here... Maybe I just play Bouncing Flask. Because we've already used Burst. Then we apply the weak. Keep those guys. That seems pretty good. Oh, yikes. Straight into the hand, too. Oof. Cloak and Dagger. Survivor, get rid of a burn. Deadly poison, pinpoint, strike. We're hoping to not lose too much health here. That's really the big... Oh, okay. So he's doing a lot of damage this turn. We do have neutralize. We want that. Yikes. I don't know what much we can do here. I can get rid of Jack of all trades. What do we even have that we can get to? Nothing. Oh, we have to discard something. Right. It's not gambling chip. Okay. Yikes, man. Oh, 32 damage coming in. What happens if I throw this at him? How much damage does he take now? 48. He might be dead here. Thank God. Yeah, I had to do that. Liquid memories. That's fine. That's pretty useful. Add a card to your deck. So let's think. This will upgrade 2 skills. Is there... Oh. Okay. That was easy. I have a lizard's tail, so I'm not too concerned, I think. What are we fighting? Test subject. I don't think I'm going to be too concerned here. I think we're good. I think we're pretty happy. Let's just do Jack of all trades for the fun of it. I think we're going to be happy here. I think we're okay. I'm looking to get rid of you. Or do we keep you? No, we want to keep you. We need a power. We don't need you. Keeping leg sweep would be really nice, though. Because it keeps him weakened for a lot longer. So yeah, we don't need you, actually. Oh yeah, we're going to have to burst leg sweep. Oh, yikes. Okay. Tough turn to figure out. So we go burst on leg sweep without question. I want to assassinate him. Nunchaku, thank you for making this an easy turn. These could be really powerful. Rolling boulder. That's not it. So that guy. That guy. Boom. Boom. Okay. Oh my. Yeah. Thank you. Only thing we're missing is well-laid plans. Play this for the sake of Nunchaku. We don't need to play you. We're okay. Pretty good position to be in. Play dance. Goodbye. Darn. Well, nothing we can do there. We have a shiv in the deck. Painful stabs. A wound into your discard pile each time you receive unblocked attack damage. So we have to just not receive unblocked attack damage. This is a tough turn. Tracking up my sleeve. Follow through. Gives him weakened. So we can do 36 damage here. Or we can take none of the damage here by pulling back maybe leg sweep. Yeah, I'm thinking pull back leg sweep. Take very little of the damage anyway. In fact, take none of the damage. Take none of the damage. Yeah, we're just too good for you. Invulnerable every other turn. Not a big deal. We get follow through out. You're not taking damage from me this turn. However, I can still do that. Okay. Yikes. This is about as bad a turn as we can get. I think Deadly Poison is the lowest damage that we're getting here. So we just play them all. On the bright side will be Nunchaku next turn. Man, unfortunately, he's not doing freaking damage. I can't do damage to him this turn. Oh, Lord. Okay. In that... Let's use Bouncing Flask. Call it good. We need him to be weakened, so we can do double damage. Really unfortunate. He keeps being invulnerable on the wrong turns. Okay. I need leg sweep this turn. We get rid of Deadly Poison. So first thing we do here is this. Then we follow through. Okay, yeah, you're dead. Nice. This was a cool deck. Just super awesome. I loved this. So much fun to play with. Okay. Yeah, Silence got some serious power potential. What's that card tracking? This card is so good. Like, wow. That was a really cool deck. That felt more powerful than the Ironclad one for sure. Not even an introduction, just attack. Probably 1240 again. Yeah, 1240 damage. That seems to be a max amount of damage that you can deal. Still stands despite taking a lot of damage. And nothing we can do to get more of that. But we're going to go see the epoch unlocks and stuff. So, accumulating score, 15 bosses with the Silent. Scribbles, Magnum Opus, Chapter 2. On this quiet planet, beasts of imagination began to dot the world. They roamed the lands in this time of simple, gleeful violence. Countless ways to kill, to feed, and proliferate are suggested. Colonies, hives, groups, and schools ebb and flow into the nooks and crannies of Prion. So new relics, we got a Genie Lamp. Unsettling Lamp. Each combat, the first time you play a card that debuffs an enemy, double its effect. That could be decent. Oh, I can see the potential. That would have been... so the potential there, right, is burst my leg sweep for up to 12, right? Because if it's upgraded, right, it does 3 weak twice for 6, but it's doubled. So it's 12 or 9, one of the two. It may only count the first play of it. Usually it counts for, if it's doubled, it counts the whole thing. So it would be like 12 weak. It's permanently weak the whole combat. That would be freaking cool. And I could see a similar thing with Bash being somehow doubled, because I bet there's a card. There was a card in the first game for Ironclad that doubles his next attack. It was basically the same thing as Burst, but for the Ironclad and attacks. Intimidating Helmet. Whenever you play a card that costs 2 or more energy, gain 4 block. This is interesting, because it makes it more worth it to play high-cost cards. It removes some of the downside, which is that you can't play another card that blocks or something. That's pretty cool. Reptile Trinket. Whenever you use a potion, gain 3 temporary strength. Yeah, that's okay. That's kind of underwhelming, I'm not going to lie. Like, you might use a potion in a fight, and I feel like this could say, whenever you use a potion, gain 3 strength this combat, and it still would only be okay. So this is, I think, really underwhelming. Anyways, what do we got next? We got Activate with Silent to reveal this. Fantastic trophies occupy this forsaken place. All were defeated one by one. Those marked by the Silent always fall. And we get Poison Potion, Ghost in a Jar, 1 intangible, and Cunning Potion for upgraded ships. That's cool. The Silent hungers for a greater challenge. Ascension's now available with the Silent. Yeah, it makes sense. Once you beat a run, you get Ascension unlocked with that character. Bigger Prey. Let's do this. The other sisters judge the fourth one in silence. They have not seen her for over 3 centuries, and she returns with an ugly, pulsating scrap. The Silent recollects the trial. Recollects the trial she endured for this trophy, but does not speak. To speak is weak. One can only prove herself with more impressive trophies. There is always bigger prey. Snakebite. Retain. Apply 7 poison. I would need to see what this upgrades to. Because this seems very underwhelming. I mean, it's okay, but if the enemy has poison, apply 9 poison. That's pretty good. That's actually quite good. And poison is triggered 1 additional time. It seems that they're grouping unlocks by some sort of theme, right? All of the a set of 3 of the Ironclad unlocks were all vulnerable, like they were all vulnerable cards. They had that keyword on them. All of these have poison. Poison is triggered an additional time is very interesting. To me, that means it ticks twice. And so it decrements twice as well. But that's not a big problem, right? That doesn't actually matter. It just means it does its damage quicker. That's really cool. I like that a lot. I wonder what it upgrades to. It either goes 0 cost, or it says it triggers 2 additional times, which would be really cool. My guess is that it just goes to 0 cost. God, I do like the Silent. It's so much fun. She's so much fun. The Regent. His Majesty barely even looked anymore and swiped through planet profiles in the current constellation. I demand to visit a more exciting planet. The Regent slammed his fist down on the space console. Beep, 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 beep. Anomalous planet detected. Ooh. The Regent has arrived. His Majesty may now embark upon the Spire. Onwards. Unlocked the Regent as a playable character. Frickin' awesome. Yeah, we'll be playing that in the next run for sure. I'm very excited to test a brand new character. To be clear, I did play a couple modded characters in Slay the Spire 1. It was a long time ago. I don't remember them much. And it was, I think, early on in their little, in the modders' developments of the characters. So they probably changed even since then. I don't know if the Regent carries over any modded character ideas or if it's just something new. But it's an official character, which generally I associate with more refinement and balance. Modders, I mean, some modders are very skilled, so they might have plenty of refinement and balance on them. They're very enthusiastic about what they do, and a lot of them are very good. But typically it's like one person who's doing the modding, right? Maybe a very small group. Whereas these characters, in the case of Slay the Spire 2 at least, they have a whole team of people for sure. They mentioned it, in fact, in one of the Niao diaries that their team is much more expanded compared to Slay the Spire 1. I think Slay the Spire 1 was just 2 guys. Yeah, very cool. Let's see. What do we got here? Probably relic? No. Yeah, relics specific to the Silent, right? A sickness carrying a familiar scent courses through the Silent's veins. The heart piece is slowly killing her. The grotesque trophy is hurled into the ocean, but the blight has no cure. She will die soon. Yeah, okay, so we get Paper Crane, Tough Bandages, and Tingsha. All of these were in Slay the Spire 1. This is, I think, when you exhaust a card 3 block. Yeah. This is weak enemies deal 40% less damage instead of 25%. Yep. And this is when you discard a card, gain 3 block. This is exhaust a card. Nope, discard a card, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Darn. Exhaust is an ironclad thing. I don't know why I was thinking exhaust. Yeah, I mean, they're okay. Paper Crane's quite good. Or at least it can be. It's a lot of damage saved. Or potentially, anyway. Yeah, really cool. Anyways, folks, if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Glad you could be here. So happy to be playing this game. No complaints. The Blade Dance being exhaust, I thought was going to be a real problem for me. But turns out, maybe not. You do have to find other things you can do. But we did find... what? What was the card? Come on, where are you at? Up my sleeve is basically Blade Dance. So they made it a different card. So this is Blade Dance. Starts out 2 cost, goes to 1 cost, and then 0 cost. So this is really cool. So that's it. That brings the character back a lot for me. And then there's a lot of poison synergy, a lot of block synergy. I think that they did get rid of one of the biggest win conditions for Silent, being Wraith form. This is clearly in Venom. But I think they got rid of Wraith form, which was another pretty big win condition. What are these? These are special cards. What the heck? Oh, you know what? These are probably multiplayer exclusive. No? No, they are not. Oh, why are they locked? Oh, okay. Yeah. So these are cards that I have not yet unlocked by getting epochs. I get it now. Okay. What on earth could these be? They're silent specific. Does Ironclad have a set of those as well? He does. Ooh. So these, I think these are boss specific cards, like boss relic cards. Because the way the boss relics work in this game is different. You talk to some character, and I'm thinking that's what these are. Is some card very particular to a boss relic, basically. Because other boss relic type cards that we've seen had a similar kind of background. Event cards that we'd seen had the similar thing somewhere. Oh, maybe they don't count as event. Those are curses. Oh my. Oh, no, never mind. These are cards granted by ancients. Oh. So yeah, what on earth could those be? Now I'm super curious. I would also like to at some point play multiplayer in this game. And see kind of how it feels, because that'd be awesome. Anyways, folks, like I said before, thank you if you made it this far in the video. Please leave a like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one with the Regent. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.